ये वाला मॉनिटर बंद हो जा रहा है। हरे हरे ओम हरे ओम हरे हरे ओम हरे ओम इसमें कोई केबल लूज है लगता है, ये बंद हो जा रहा है। कंट्रोल रूम प्लीज चेक। इसमें साउंड आ रहा है और जा रहा है, तो यही केबल से ही हो सकता है। कुछ पीछे का एक बार चेक करिए ना। आज हम लोग वही हम लोग बैलेंसिंग चेक कर रहे हैं। हेलो कंट्रोल रूम, एक बार आप ये देख लेना, ये आपका मॉनिटर, साइड मॉनिटर। अच्छा लीड ठीक करें। हेलो हेलो हाय हाय हाय। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाये गणपति जगवंदन गाये गणपति जगवंदन सिद्धि सदन गज वदन विनायक गणपति जगवंदन जगवंदन गाये गणपति मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोड़े मांगत तुलसीदास धरती पर ईश्वर का जो सबसे पहला स्वरूप हम लोगों को मिलता है वो है माता पिता। जन्म लेके आने के बाद सबसे पहले ईश्वर वही होते हैं जो हमें इतना ज्ञान देते हैं कि क्या क्या है, अच्छा बुरा क्या है, वो तो वही सिखाते हैं। तो पहले ईश्वर जो हमारे जीवन के माता पिता, उनके लिए ये भजन, अगला भजन। मात पिता गुरु प्रभु चरणों में, मात पिता गुरु प्रभु चरणों में, प्रणवत बारंबार कि हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार, कि हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार। मात पिता गुरु प्रभु चरणों में, मात पिता गुरु प्रभु चरणों में, प्रणवत बारंबार के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार। इनके उपकारों का बदला नहीं चुका सकते, कभी भी नहीं हो सकता। माता क्या की? माता ने जो कष्ट उठाया वह ऋण कभी न जाए चुकाया। माता ने जो कष्ट उठाया वह ऋण कभी न जाए चुकाया। अंगुली पकड़ कर चलना सिखाया, ममता की दे निर्मल छाया। अंगुली पकड़ कर चलना सिखाया, ममता की दे निर्मल छाया। जिनकी गोदी में पल कर हम, जिनकी हम कहलाए होशियार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार। पिता का भी बहुत बड़ा योगदान। पिता ने हमको योग्य बनाया, पिता ने हमको योग्य बनाया। कमा कमा कर अन्न खिलाया, कमा कमा कर अन्न खिलाया। पढ़ा लिखा गुणवान बनाया, पढ़ा लिखा गुणवान बनाया। जीवन पथ पर चलना सिखाया, जीवन पथ पर चलना सिखाया। जोड़ जोड़ अपनी संपत्ति का, जोड़ जोड़ अपनी संपत्ति का बना दिया हकदार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार। मात पिता गुरु प्रभु चरणों में, मात पिता गुरु प्रभु चरणों में प्रणवत बारंबार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार, के हम पर किया बड़ा उपकार। तो माता पिता का उपकार कभी जीवन भर चुकाया नहीं जा सकता, लेकिन माता पिता का साथ भी ज़िंदगी भर मिलती नहीं है। यही सबसे बड़ा जो है दुख की बात है। कितना भी उम्र हो जाए, माता पिता 100 साल भी हो जाए, तब भी लगता है कि उनको रहना चाहिए। उनकी अनुपस्थिति हमेशा खलती है। मेरे भी माता पिता अब नहीं रहे, लेकिन अभी भी इच्छा होती है कि उनको रहना चाहिए। कृष्ण जी जब द्वारका चले गए वृंदावन छोड़ करके, तो गोपियों की जो स्थिति हुई, वहाँ तो कृष्ण जी हमेशा हर जगह उपस्थित हैं। हमारे तो माता पिता छोड़ के जाते तो वापस नहीं आते, लेकिन वही है कि उनकी स्थिति, उनकी यादों को अपने साथ रख करके जीवंत रखना पड़ता है। तो वो एक परिस्थिति का वर्णन है, इसमें आपको सुनाते हैं। चले गए, चले गए, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर। जब सुधि आवे उनके दरस की, जब सुधि आवे उनके दरस की, उठत कलेजे पीर, उठत कलेजे पीर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर। गोपियाँ कह रही हैं, आप तो जाए द्वारका छाए, आप तो जाए द्वारका छाए, खारी जल के तीर, खारी जल के गोपियन को प्रेम विसार्यो, ब्रज गोपियन को प्रेम विसार्यो, ऐसे भय बेपीर, ऐसे भय बेपीर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए, चले दामन गिर। वृंदावन बंसी बट त्याग्यो, वृंदावन बंसी बट त्याग्यो, निर्मल जमुना नीर, निर्मल जमुना नीर, सूर श्याम ललिता उठ बोली, सूर श्याम ललिता उठ बोली, आखिर जात अहीर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर। जब सुधि आवे उनके दरस की, जब सुधि आवे उनके दरस की, उठत कलेजे पीर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, चले गए दिल के दामन गिर, दिल के दामन गिर, दिल के दामन गिर। प्रकृति का नियम ही है आना जाना। आया है तो जाएगा, तू सोच अभिमानी मन, चेतो अब चेतो जरा दिवस तेरो नियराना है। कबीरदास की पंक्तियां हैं। कबीरदास जी कहते हैं कि जीवन में कैसे चलना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए। कर से करो दान, मान मुख से जपो राम नाम, वाहि दिन आवे काम, जाहि दिन जाना है। नदिया है अगम तेरी, सूझत नाही आर पार, बूढ़त हो बीच धार में, अब क्या पछताना है। हेरे अभिमानी मन खाली हाथ ही जाना है। दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला। अपनी करनी पार उतरनी, अपनी करनी पार उतरनी, गुरु होवे चाहे चेला, गुरु होवे चाहे चेला। दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला। जैसा दिखता है, जैसा समझ आता है, वही है दुनिया। कंकड़ चुने चुने महल बनाया, कंकड़ चुने चुने, कंकड़ चुने चुने, कंकड़ चुने चुने महल बनाया, कंकड़ चुने चुने महल बनाया। लोग कहे घर मेरा, लोग कहे घर मेरा, ना घर मेरा ना घर तेरा, ना घर मेरा ना घर तेरा, चिड़िया रैन बसेरा, चिड़िया रैन बसेरा। दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला। महल बनाया किला चुनाया, महल बनाया किला चुनाया, खेलन को सब खेला। महल बनाया किला चुनाया, महल बनाया, हाँ महल बनाया किला चुनाया, खेलन को सब खेला। चलने की जब बेला आई, चलने की जब बेला आई, सब तज चला केला, सब तज चला केला। दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला। ना कुछ लेकर आया बंदे, ना कुछ लेकर आया बंदे, ना कुछ है यहाँ तेरा, ना कुछ लेकर आया बंदे, ना कुछ है यहाँ तेरा। कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, साधो साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, संग न जाए ढेला, संग न जाए ढेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला। अपनी करनी पार उतरनी, अपनी करनी पार उतरनी, गुरु होवे चाहे चेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला, दुनिया दर्शन का है मेला। तो कबीरदास जी कहते हैं दुनिया जो है ऐसा ही है, दर्शन का मेला है। अपने अपने कर्म के अनुसार लोग पार होते हैं। पार लगने के लिए गुरुजन कहते हैं नाम का सहारा, कलयुग तो नाम का ही सहारा है। तो राम नाम अगर मिल जाए तो फिर सागर पार होने की संभावना बढ़ जाती है। तो एक भजन जो मुझे भी बहुत प्रिय है, बचपन से सुनता आ रहा हूँ, कि राम का नाम मिल जाने पे कैसी कैसी अनुभूति होती है। हर अनुभूति को वर्णन करना मुश्किल है, बट कुछ वर्णन इसके अंदर है। मेरे राम, मेरे राम, मेरे राम, मेरे राम। जैसे सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया, सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया, ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है, मैं जब से शरण तेरे आया। मेरे राम, सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया, ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है, मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया। मेरे राम, मेरे राम, मेरे भटका हुआ मेरा मन था, कोई मिल ना रहा था सहारा। भटका हुआ मेरा मन था, कोई मिल ना रहा था सहारा। लहरों से लड़ते हुए नाव को जैसे मिल ना रहा हो किनारा, लहरों से लड़ते हुए नाव को जैसे मिल ना रहा हो किनारा। मन को मिला है मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया। मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम। शीतल बने आग चंदन के जैसे राघव कृपा हो जो तेरी। उजियाली पूनम की हो जाए रातें जो थी अमावस अंधेरी। उजियाली पूनम की हो जाए रातें जो थी अमावस अंधेरी। युग से प्यासे मरुभूमि ने जैसे सावन का संदेश पाया। ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया। मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम मेरे राम। आदरणीय राजीव जी, मेनन साहब, राहुल जी, इस दुखद स्थिति में आप लोगों को ईश्वर बहुत शक्ति दें इस दुखद परिस्थिति को झेलने के लिए, अनुभव करने के लिए, उससे बाहर आने के लिए। और कर्नल साहब की आत्मा को ईश्वर अपने चरणों में स्थान दें। बहुत दुख की बात है, बहुत दुख की स्थिति है। हरि नारायण गोविंद गोपाल हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि मना श्याम मना घन श्याम 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 मना राधे श्याम मना मेघ श्याम मना श्याम मना घन श्याम श्याम मना श्याम मना घन श्याम मना राधे श्याम मना मेघ श्याम मना हरि मना तुम्हें गोविंद मना तुम्हें गोपाल मना हरि नारायण गोविंद गोपाल हरि नारायण 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 हरि मना तुम्हें गोविंद मना तुम्हें गोपाल मना हरि नारायण राम मना राम मना राजा राम मना राम मना राजा राम मना सीता राम मना आत्मा राम मना राम मना राजा राम मना सीता राम मना आत्मा राम मना हरि मना तुम्हें गोविंद मना तुम्हें गोपाल मना हरि नारायण गोविंद गोपाल हरि नारायण जय जय 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 नारायण दत्त मना दत्त मना गुरु दत्त मना गुरु दत्त मना श्रीपाद मना गुरुदेव मना दत्त मना गुरु दत्त मना श्रीपाद मना गुरुदेव सर्वेश मना परमेश मना ईश मना ईश मना ईश मना जगदीश मना सर्वेश मना परमेश मना हरि मना तुम्हें गोपाल मना जय जय राम 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 कृष्ण हरि 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरि जय श्री राम मेनन साहब को आप
Battery 20%. Connected to iPhone.
आप सर कराएंगे बोल के फिर करा देंगे आप यहीं आ जाए है ना वहाँ से बोलिए यहाँ से ठीक है हम लोग नीचे नीचे आराम से देखिए
Namaskar. We have all gathered today to celebrate the remarkable journey of my father, Colonel Bhaskar Nanda Kumar's life, who is fondly remembered by everyone. His warmth has touched countless hearts by spreading love, kindness, happiness wherever he went. As his son, as his son, would like to cherish his precious memories and bring to you his life's journey of 71 years now. He left us, but his memories will always be with us. A soldier, a leader, a giver, a man of profound humanity. He was born on 9 December 1954 in Kerala. He grew up with the values that would later define his destiny. discipline, humility, straightforwardness, and compassion for all. From a young age, he carried an inner spark, a commitment to doing the right thing even when it was hard. This spirit naturally drew him towards a life of selfless service. He joined the National Defense Academy, which was his first love from childhood, with a myopic approach. Inspired by Field Marshal Manekshaw, he joined the Shining Eight, the 8 Gorkha Rifles. In 1977, he was commissioned into the prestigious 3rd Battalion, the 8 Gorkha Rifles, 38GR, a battalion known for courage, grit, and unwavering loyalty, with its motto, faithful unto death. I'll also like to share some anecdotes, if I may. So one of them was, I quote, he used to always say in the Pulton in his unit, Ramro Manche, Ramro Kam, 38GR, ko Thulo Naam. So it means the battalion's name will always remain high because of the brave soldiers of the battalion. Another anecdote, and that is something I also cherish today. He used to ask the Jawans, I quote, Baise Tullo ki Maya Tullo. This meant that love is above everything. And this is what he taught all of us, that love is above everything. He used to love everyone, even the downtrodden. As his famous conversational liner over the phone, I think most of you might have heard that, he used to say, love you. So, love you, Papa, for giving me so much of love. He met my mother on 5th March 1978 and got engaged on 15th March the same year. He got married on 28 December 1980. Last year, they celebrated 45 years of love and togetherness. And this year, on 5th March, he made a cake for my mother, counting the number of days from 5th March 1978 to 5th March 2026. And as a surprise, when my mother came back from work, this he used to do every year, as he was a loving and devoted husband, and of course, a romantic at heart. I think you might have seen in the pictures. So he had the rare privilege appointment, prestigious appointment to serve as the comptroller to the President of India, the then President, Shri R. Venkatraman. So this signified absolute trust in his integrity and discipline. And several times he used to narrate many anecdotes that how he got this appointment, the stories of Rashtrapati Bhavan. I was, I think, 2 years old when he was in Rashtrapati Bhavan. And fondly I remember, I used to call Rashtrapati Bhavan Rati Bhavan. A lot of my family knows that. Later on he served as the DQ of Delhi area. In this important appointment, he was instrumental in getting sanctions of many projects like the Army Hospital Research and Referral, Infantry Hostel, Shankar Vihar, to name a few, which he used to narrate as anecdotes because this demonstrated his strong willpower, dedication, and perseverance. He served the battalion, which he got commissioned as the second in command at Krishna Ghati, a role that tested both tactical acumen and leadership resilience. He was later assigned the task for the first 1971 Vijay Diwas celebration by Director General of Ceremonial Welfare, and for this he was awarded the Chief of Army Staff Commendation. We have the the current commanding officer of 680 today, Colonel Kushwaha. So he later took over as the commanding officer of the 6th Battalion, the 8 Gorkha Rifles. And he led his men. And I think there are some photographs when we visited when he was commanding 680 at Kupwara. Under his short span there of 6 months, the unit achieved 30 successful terrorist kills, reflecting his decisiveness, courage, strategic clarity, devotion to the country, and fearfulness. Later, he had the privilege of celebrating the Golden Jubilee of 680 at Ranchi. And I've also wanted to state the same Paltan which he commanded and celebrated the Golden Jubilee. The Paltan is at the same location, at the same building, everything now. The Paltan is there, 680. So after his command, he was posted at Alwar, where he served as the deputy commander of an infantry brigade there. So during Operation Parakram, he took voluntary retirement. Despite a sterling career and promising future in the army, he took this decision to take a voluntary retirement to look after his ailing mother, my grandmother. So I also wanted to talk about my father, as he was defined by values like discipline, duty, courage under adversity, compassion, humility, integrity, straightforwardness, and spiritual grounding, even in various conflict zones, and especially the unshakable loyalty to his troops. His leadership was not loud. It was steady, dependable, and deeply human. And what I can talk about now about my father was that he was always a giver. Whether in uniform at home or he gave more than he took. Time, guidance, dignity, respect. He led from the front, always. He led his men personally, never asking them to do anything he wouldn't do himself. He knew every soldier. He remembered names, families, worries, strengths. To him, leading a battalion was not a command, it was care. From the first man to the last man, he lived by the belief that every soldier, from the first to the last, deserved equal respect. This made him beloved among the Gorkha troops, who followed him with not just discipline but affection. The day he passed away, 2 days after that, I had receiving many calls. I put myself with a lot of courage. I couldn't, lose my courage. So after that, when I received calls from people who he served with, including some Jawans in 1977 in Tandar. So I can't talk about all the anecdotes, but whatever I spoke, it speaks more about his affection for every soldier. Later on, my dad went on to build an exceptional second career in the corporate world. In spite of being from the infantry, he worked with major international, national companies, contributing his strategic, operational, and public affairs expertise. This includes Reliance Group, Satyam, AT&T. I would like to share an anecdote which he used to say quite often. We don't have Major General A.R. Kumar, so today here. So he used to say, nothing is impossible other than making a dead man alive. He made sure numerous projects at Reliance were cleared in record time. These included petroleum exploration, production projects supporting drilling in the strategic KG-D6 block off the coast of Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. He was personally complimented by the then Group President, Reliance Industries, Mr. P.M.S. Prasad, and Principal for the outstanding work. He handled complex infrastructure, petroleum, and international telecom projects. He later on thought of starting his own company. So he started the company named as Platinum Cube, where he showed his expertise that led to timely project completions in the telecom sector. He specialized in lawful intercept monitoring stations for various global organizations like Orange, PACNet, and several others. So as I mentioned, a lot of our folks here are civilians. So he was a non-techie, but he had that fire in his belly that he wanted to learn the essence of technology in the telecom sector. So that's why that fire in his belly kept on moving, and he ensured wherever he went, he could clear most of the challenges. And for 15 years, he dedicated himself to social causes. So I think our faithful families here, so they fondly remember on 15th of February, there was an event. So that's what I was talking about. For 15 years, he dedicated himself to the social causes as the chief patron of Gorkha Shahid Seva Samiti. Under his leadership, the organization provided vital support to the families of Gorkha martyrs and worked tirelessly for the upliftment and the welfare of the Gorkha community. The Gorkha Shahid Seva Samiti, as I mentioned, celebrated their third Balidan Divas on February 15. So we have the Delhi national president here of the organization. So that's why he believed that whatever he got from the community, he should give it back to society. I have a lot to talk about my dad, but I've summed it up in such a way that I think what I am today is because of my father, and what my father is and was, as you can put, is because of the army, the Paltan, and the regiment. And whoever I met, who had come for offering their condolences, I thank them, and especially a warm thank you to all the people from our fraternity, especially from the army, his course mates. I'm sorry if I miss somebody, but it means a lot for the whole family. So another anecdote he used to talk about was his life. A simple motto, many people know, is to say, Zindagi na milegi dobara. So he believed that you should be a giver, not necessarily being religious. किसी के दुख में साथ देना परम धर्म है. Do not harm anybody, mentally, physically, and don't hurt anyone. So, I can keep on talking about my father, but what I can always cherish is that he was a father who gave up all his life serving his country, his battalion, his family. And at times he used to tell me that I have a 8-year-old kid, so he used to tell me, शाबाश बेटा, तू अपने बच्चे को बहुत टाइम देता है, मैं नहीं दे पाया. तो I used to tell him कि it is not about the time, you gave your time for the country, so you never feel like that. So I'll sum up. I request everyone gathered today to offer your prayers by keeping 1 minute silence, to pray to the Almighty to grant eternal peace to my father's pious soul, keep him forever in the Vaikund at the lotus feet. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Now I would request Pradeep Chachu to pay his respects to his loving brother. Over to you, Chachu, please.
There's a lot to say. Rahul has summed it up very well. And I would like to say that we are all together. There has been a larger family that we have always been. And I hope that with my brother's absence, we'll continue to be a large family, right? And I think we can, you can just, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I would request that if you can sit for some time, and we'll sum it up fast. Please wait. If you have a unless you have a very urgent engagement too. Yeah? See, in this whole life, we come across many people, and the most important part is how we keep our promises and how we deliver on them and how we continue to forgive mistakes and carry forward. I think that's the lesson which I have learned in this few years that I have crossed 50 plus and yeah. So I'll give you a small background. I don't look like my brother, so many people always ask me that, are you the real brother? Many people ask me, are you the elder brother? Because I don't. I have grey hair, my brother had none. So, my brother Nanda Kumar, he was my leader, he was my dearest friend and my soulmate. You know, in army we use this word called unknown soldier. So I am probably the unknown soldier. He needs to be publicly acknowledged by me for all the unconditional love he showered on me. Some I deserved, some I didn't, probably. Some I deserved just because I was born into the family. You know, we have this famous, the first verses of Nanak, which says Japji, which says Man jitya to jag jitya. My brother twisted it completely and he said, he won hearts and he won the world through the hearts. You know, that's what I can say. I have never ever in my life read, I have been always an impromptu speaker, but I don't know why I'm reading now. Rahul said a lot of things and I could relate. He taught me the value of forgiving people. On the aesthetic side, he taught me how to hold a fork, how to dress, wear polished shoes. He picked all that from the army and from my dad, who was an extremely well-dressed man all through his life, as long as he could dress himself. We tried to continue the tradition. I wore the suit just because the last compliment I got from my brother was, you look very good in this. He was a devoted son, as he mentioned. I have never seen him answer back his parents. I was a younger fellow, so I used to kind of always get into these arguments with my parents. But my brother, I have never seen him say anything to my parents. Then in 78, Raichechi, my bhabhi, came into our lives. I was 15, probably she was 19 going to 20. We've been friends since then. And except for one occasion when we might have had a disagreement, we have had a perfectly good relationship. You see, as a husband, he never let his wife walk on earth. That's what I can say. She was always 2 feet above the ground. He managed to do that till the last minute. And from Bhabhi, what she tells me, till the last minute. He was the sharpest guy I have ever met in my life. And believe me, I know a lot of sharp people. I know a lot of sharp people. In fact, I interact with secretaries of government of India, ministers, on a day-to-day basis. So you can imagine how many sharp people I must be meeting. My brother was one of the sharpest minds I've ever met. But the beauty of that guy was, he kept it so simple. He kept it so simple that if he'll meet somebody, he will say, "Haan yaar, tumhe kya lagta hai?" And he used to make that guy feel so important, right? That was one thing that I really learned to manage knowledge. You know, you don't have to be a jnani. You have to be a simple guy. The biggest or the greatest people are people who can manage their knowledge and yet make the other person feel important. And my brother always used to kind of do this. This sharpness is not something which everybody talks about, because army had its own set of hierarchy and all that, but the commanders who are here today will tell you that he was an extremely sharp guy. And at one point of time, I have no qualms in saying, I don't know whether it's an official secrets act, he was the most powerful major in the Indian Army. There was nothing he could not do. And I wanted to quote my nephew, obviously he's my blood, he's already taken that thing, that other than getting a dead man alive, he could do everything, right? As I said, he was very sharp. He could make anything happen. I don't know, many of you must have seen an old movie where Nana Patekar used to be with Shah Rukh Khan and used to say, "मैं बारिश करूं." मेरा भाई ना बारिश करता, वो प्यार और खुशी के बारिश कर देता था जहां जाता था. Bhavi and me were slightly academic, slightly religious, I would say. I wouldn't say spiritual. So we would always be amazed by the kind of things he would do, which a normal guy cannot do. And many people who called me during this, while they were talking to Rahul and also to me, because they knew our numbers, there was never a distinction. Everyone said that he always loved us. That is a great thing for in this world. And if you can, be known as a person who loved everybody, I think that's the greatest tribute. He went early. I was the guy who was not well. I should have gone earlier. मैं बड़ा खुश होकर बोलना चाह रहा था, बट मेरे से हो नहीं पा रहा. खुश नसीब हैं वो लोग जो उनके संपर्क में आए और उनके प्यार की बारिश का स्वाद उन्होंने चखा. सब लोग मेरे को, देखो अच्छा लगता है, जितने मेरे दोस्त थे सब मेरे भाई के दोस्त थे. जितने उनके दोस्त थे उनको हमेशा ये डाउट रहता था, यार ये रियल ब्रदर है कि नहीं, क्योंकि शक्ल से नहीं लगते थे, है ना. But one of the most intelligent men I have met in my life, who was my boss for 5 years, Paul Dominic, the moment he saw me, he said, "You're real brothers." See, that's the depth. When you look at somebody, you can make out. एक जंजीर पिक्चर थी, अमिताभ बच्चन जिससे बड़े आदमी बने. हम बड़े फिल्मी फैमिली थे दोनों, खूब फिल्में देखते थे. मेरे हम निवाला, हम प्याला, हम सफर, हम राज थे. हर चीज जो वो करते थे मुझे पता था. 99% of the time I could carry it, all the secrets, and it will bury with me. But I think he was my best friend. He continues to be there. My son-in-law is not here. He is a guy who's extremely few words. Day before yesterday, he came and he told me only one thing. That Velichan, that means Tauji, had one great quality. He could disarm anybody. I think, and I used to fight sometimes, feel bad as a father, because my children used to love my brother more. And sometimes, and I used to keep saying I'm not a bad guy. My relatives, I'm sure, all of them think that I am not such a good guy. But I would like to be like that. The younger brothers are meant to be like that. They should be in the background, and the sun should shine brighter on the elder brothers. Since, I think, 80, he has never ever scolded me. I have tried to curb him sometimes because he would do things which none of us ever could imagine that somebody could do. My bhabhi has been a rock solid influence on his life. She has been with us since 1978, and together we both also share a lot of ups and downs, which I know, which we both know. We tried to tell him one last thing which we used to every day tell him. बस यार इतने गुड मॉर्निंग क्यों भेजते हो? आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, बुधवार को वो गए, लोग में से ये कह रहे थे यार गुड मॉर्निंग नहीं आया. यहाँ तनवीर बैठे, मेरे को कई लोग दिख नहीं रहे हैं, है ना. तो वो देखिए, जो आदमी कर रहा है उसको पता होता है वो क्या कर रहा है. हमको किसी को, हमारे में इतनी हिम्मत भी नहीं है, ना ताकत है, ना मैं कहूँगा हैसियत है कि इतने बड़े आदमी को समझ पाए. डॉक्टर कस्तूरिया हमारे फैमिली फिजिशियन है, वो आज यहाँ पे हैं. रविकांत जी हमारे बड़े भाई हैं. लिद्दर साहब, केपी अंकल, एमके जी, ऑल ऑफ देम नो मी. एंड ऐसा कोई था नहीं, you know, he was too good a guy. All my friends used to, they never said to my brother, I'm sure कि आपको lucky थे, but they also always tell me that you are very lucky to have a brother. I think that's a compliment in itself. Yeah. So what I will say, I know everyone is busy. There are a few faces I can see who are elder to me. I would request them to come and. So I know all of you are in the similar age. So General Leader, can I, from the army protocol, ask you to speak a few words? Do you want the mic there, or do you can? Come, please. Right. When my brother was 2IC of 38 Gorkha Rifles, General Leader was the army commander there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here to substantiate what both these officers have stated. Their brother, their father, was unique. No other word sorry, I must apologize. Now, my association with him started when he was 2IC of a brigade which I commanded at Krishna Ghati. He was 2IC of a battalion which I knew of because a coursemate of mine got commissioned into the battalion from IMA, LS Reddy. And it was an association which built itself. I mean, I didn't have to work very hard at it, nor did BN have to. Just saw a man, an officer, who was the closest to my father. My father was a captain in Headquarter Western Command when General Harbaksh was the army commander. And General Harbaksh used to tell people, you got to do this, give it to Captain Leader. He will get it done. Cutting short everybody in the hierarchy. And I always thought that what a wonderful person he is. And if I could be 10% of what he was, my life would be made. Till I met BN. He was the captain leader as far as I was concerned. If there was a problem anywhere in the brigade, I just had to tell him. Whether it related to his battalion or didn't relate to his battalion. I just will say, BN, this is a problem and we got to find a solution. He says, sir, done. You don't worry about it. Just leave it to me. Very rare species in any organization. We loosely kept in touch. He got promoted, went elsewhere, and I went my way. Till I met him here when I came here for my book release. That photograph which was flashed. And that was on an operation called Sarvinash, which took place in my time, when in that same area. And when I came here, now I retired in 2008, a long period gap. I knew nobody in the army hierarchy. So who do you think I called? BN. I said, BN, I have a problem. I want accommodation here. So he says, sir, what's, there's no problem. I'll fix it for you. He fixed that for me. And look, from 94 to now is a long period. But he remembered. And there was no change in his demeanor or behavior, despite the fact that I had retired. He had nothing to take from me. I had nothing to give. But that's the type of, sorry, gentlemen, I'm feeling very small, feeling like this, but he was a wonderful person. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Come, please. Sir, in the Malayali community, MKG sir, you must say a few words. Should you bring the mic there or can you come up? Yeah.
Namaskar. I am not from defense. I am a family friend of Colonel's family. His father, Mr. N.B. Menon, who had a wonderful long life, was a very respectable man, and we used to work together in many social fields. And I know his children, Colonel Pradeep, and his dear wife, and we used to have only good things. It's not a praise, it is actually from the heart, bottom of our heart, we have only good things to talk about the family. The things which I want to tell him, we are all probably very religious, and we respect and do take care of our family, elder family. In Hindu mythology, we say that Mata Pita Guru Deva. I have seen Colonel and Pradeep used to take care of his father so well till the last minute, and his mother left early, and Mr. N.B. Menon, and he was all sick and could not even move. They used to bring him to the temple on wheelchair to offer prayer to the Lord. So, such a wonderful son like Colonel Menon, Colonel Nanda Kumar, was so not only obedient, he was very selfless, and he regarded his father as God. And same was the case with, I have seen with Pradeep also. So I have not much to talk except pray for the departed soul of Nandan, and we also say that so long as we are around, we will be always there with the family if they need any of our help at any time for anything. So we share your grief and also pray for the departed soul, and we promise that we will always be there in case you need any help from us. Okay. Thank you very much.
KPN has been with the mic. I should have bring the mic to you. You see, these are the elders I know. If any one of you wants to speak, you're most welcome. Commander K.P. Menon and a family friend of ours.
Namaskar. As MKG said, I came to know Nanda Kumar through his father, N.B. Menon. I started associated with NB since 1986 because both of us were closely involved with the temple in Arkepuram. And that brought me into touch with Nanda Kumar and Pradeep. And when he knew that I also had a services background, it was very easy to get along. As you all know, that most of them are services friends here. I am also one of those species who got converted into a civilian from uniform. So we had a lot of things in common to discuss. And he shared a lot of notes on how to go about. He was such a nice soul, frank, loving. And like his brother and his son mentioned, you couldn't dislike him, let me be honest with that. And I also had a younger brother in the army who passed away 5 years ago. Now, this is what I talk about the friendship in the armed forces. And retired Lieutenant General came to see me to pay respects. I said, "Sir, please sit down." To my shock, he said, "Please, sir, don't call me sir." I said, "Why?" "I and your brother were cadets in NDA and we came to see you when you were in military hospital Kirki in 1978. Do you recollect?" Oh, that took me back many years from the time they were in senior school together. Now, this is what life is about in the armed forces. And that is what many of us cherish. I left pretty early because of medical reasons. And you all know that once you are permanent category C, there is no hope for going any further. And that was also due to an accident. He used to hold my hand many a time, gave me courage. And so was Pradeep. We came pretty close family-wise. You know, all of us had to go one day. That is the true thing, and everyone knows that. But sometimes I feel the way some had to go, they didn't deserve it. Now we are helpless in this because we all have to bow our heads before destiny, and nothing can change that. I can only pray that God gives him peace wherever he is. And it's already late and I don't want to take much time. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak about a good friend. Thank you very much.
Madhulika, just help. You know, I mentioned that my brother was a very sparklingly intelligent guy. There was one chap, I remember as a kid, he used to mention that the most intelligent guy in my class was Professor Kannan. So Kannan, you will also have to speak a few words after. I always remember that as a kid, because I was in first or second class when you went after 11th, and he was the most intelligent guy in our class. Come, yeah, please.
My dad's coursemate, Juliet's called.
Yeah, please come.
You can introduce yourself.
I am Anandmoy Ghoshal. My association with BN began in 72 when in NDA we started front rolling together. And for the next 3 years, I spent with him, with other people. We had a Juliet Squadron 48th WhatsApp group, and he was most rigorous in that, asking people to join for various functions, and the good morning message from him was without fail every day. And only the day it didn't come, then after a long time, Rahul's message came and we came to know that he had passed away. He was full of life then also, and later on, after having retired, whenever we used to meet or whenever we used to talk, the same zest for life was always there. So that memory remains with us. Thank you.
Professor Kannan, you want to come? And then, anybody wants a mic there, I can give you the mic there. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, he's also a coursemate. Come. Come. Please.
No, later.
No, you can wait. I put the chair here. Yeah, I can do that.
The previous speakers have already spoken everything about him. So I'll only say a few instances where he touched our heart. बिछड़ गया कुछ इस अदा से कि रुत ही बदल गई, एक शख्स सारे शहर को वीरान कर गया. BN was a coursemate, like Ghoshal said, and we are many course-mates here. We rolled together, we reveled together, we sweated together, we bled together. We rode bicycles together, sometimes bicycles rode on us. And even after leaving the NDA, we served together in Gangtok, and in Delhi, we had 2 tenures together. When he was DQ of the most important major in the Indian Army, DQ works in Delhi area, there was a separated family who were facing a lot of problems in the house. So they requested me, and I knew them, and I told BN that please help out. BN took a battery of people, a carpenter, a plumber, an electrician, and took them to the house, stood there for a couple of hours, got everything done, and then he let me know that what he's done. He didn't know them. Even I didn't know them properly, but anyway, I just got to know that BN is posted there, and he helped us out. In India, he used to be a very good cross-country runner, always coming in the first enclosure. And I was way behind. Once I came to the finish line, and I saw BN carrying somebody, a cadet who had sprained his ankle. He sacrificed his position, and he carried him to the finish line. When I was posted in Delhi again, I overstayed in a hostel accommodation in the mistaken belief that I'll be charged with hostel rents. I overstayed, and I got penal rent. The rent was so much that I didn't have so much of money in my own provident fund. So I told BN, he said, "Bhai, tu fikr mat kar, मैं सब ठीक कर दूंगा, और ठीक नहीं होता है तो I'll give you the money." So he took me to the clerk who used to deal with it. I said, "No, let's go to the CEO, I mean the highest official." He said, "No, don't worry." He took me to him. He found out the house of that clerk living somewhere in North Delhi. And both of us went there, and they were surprised to see us. That person also used to do some sort of business by way of selling shirts. So BN bought 2 shirts from him. He didn't have to buy, but he bought 2. And that person was so obliged, he told us how to appeal and what all to write. I did that, and my entire amount was reduced to a very paltry sum, so which I could very easily afford to pay. He went all the way. He was so resourceful, like General Leader said, and Pradeep has been talking about it, that he touched so many hearts together. I can only say that quote from, say, Shakespeare, I've forgotten. His life was gentle, but the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up and say to all the world, "This was the man." Today he's not with us. A couple of months back we had a party where all course-mates had come. And Raji and my wife Ratna, they were planning a visit to a foreign destination. But unfortunately he left before that. I from my own side, my wife's side, my family side, I pay the condolences to Raji and the entire family. We also connected because Pradeep's daughter is my wife's student, was my wife's student some time back. All I can say is that वो जो देते थे दर्द दिल की दवा, वो जो देते थे दर्द दिल की दवा, दुकान अपनी उठाए चले गए. Thank you.
No, to talk of Nand Kumar goes back to probably 1967. He used to live in Sector 4. We used to live in Safsajang Enclave. There was hardly a week when we would either he will come to my house or I'll go to his house. And one thing which, many years later, he said, "Yeah, I really miss your mother." I said, "Why?" He said, "जब भी मैं आता तो वो बगैर खाना खिलाए वो मुझे जाने नहीं देते थे." So, my mother had that special bonding with him, and with his mother, my mother had a very good friendship because when they were in Janakpuri, so they will meet. But what I'm trying to say is, Nand Kumar not only brought two of us together, but he always carried all of us together. In fact, he was more proud of my achievement than probably I was, very honestly. Anywhere he goes, he will start reeling about me, and I said, "Yaar, chup kar yaar." But that is a kind of pride. And I also can remember he was very keen to practice for NDA when he was in school. So he said, "Kanan yaar, mujhe rehearsal kar, ye question pooch, ye kar, ye mathematics ka problem kaisa karna hai." So he used to be, and looking at his enthusiasm, I also said, "Yaar, ye banda clear karna chahiye." And I was so happy when he cleared NDA. And then after joining the service, one day he came in the typical, the NDA cadets come with their coat and all, and hum to tab to just, I still remember when he came to Satyajing Enclave with this thing, I said, "A bada officer hamara ghar aa raha hai," But the point is, he took pride in his job. And what I liked about him was he was determined to get into NDA. And he knew the full background of Sam Manekshaw those days. He was his hero. In fact, I knew more about Manekshaw because of him than I would have known, but he was his hero. But I must also say, when we were in Kerala School didn't have any great reputation at that time, to be very honest. So he said, "Nair, hamara school ko bhi thoda aage lana hai." So when I got science talent, he was very happy. When he got through NDA, very happy. Dr. Nirmala was here. She's a very well-known guy. She has gone now. All of them wanted to prove कि हमारा school भी अच्छा है. And that spirit he had so much, which I always admired in him, because that was not an easy phase. I still remember when passing out from that school and saying, "Which school are you from?" And Kerala school didn't sound like a great school to go to. But later when I look back, everybody, Nand Kumar Kerala school mein tha. People, he made such an impact. In fact, I remember I had called him for my son's wedding, engagement. I don't know why he forgot, but so he was very upset. Then his son's marriage came. वो बंदा छोड़ेगा थोड़ी हमें. अरे यार, sorry यार, I couldn't come for your son's engagement. उनके घर के पास ही था उधर. But he somehow missed out, and I should have reminded him. But I took him for granted. ये मेरी भी गलती है. But he told me and my wife, आप दोनों को आना ही आना है. Apologies for not coming. So we both went to that place to see that and he was so delighted to have us. So a man who made you feel important, what I'm trying to say is, I haven't seen anybody else who has made me feel that important in my life. In fact, my other colleague, Annie Thomas or Annie George, she says, "यार, last day तक उसका हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ photo या messages आता था on the WhatsApp." So he kept touch with all. And I just will close, two of our batchmates came from Kerala. One was Janaki who came, and he was so keen to take us to Rashtrapati Bhavan to show his office. Because He said, yeah, tumhe le jao. So first time he called up and somehow that officer wasn't there, we didn't get. So we were returning. So they said, nahi, nahi, aa jao, tumhara gate pass ban gaya hai. And he made us feel as if he is the commander there and made us friends. So he was so keen to share with his friends, school friends, to show us what a great life he had. And I want to share it with them. I see very few people who will share. And I was very blessed that I called him for Onam, and he and his wife and grandson came for the lunch. It was a great occasion, which I remember. And lastly, he held a party on January or February, just few months back, in the cantonment. And, you know, Nand Kumar, when he hosts, nobody can match his, exuberance to do that. And my wife still can't get over he is not there. She says, yeah, when she just says, I can't believe he is not there. And I think we all live with him. He may not be here, but his sweet memories remain. And I was very proud that Raji, when she went and did PhD in Northeastern Hill University, when he was posted there, I mean, that shows the kind of encouragement he could give his wife to proceed. She was academically good. So I think overall, one of the finest friends I've had. I'm going to miss him. Even though we not have, we took different directions in life, but he made sure we catch up. So once I came back to IP University and he came back to Delhi, we have been in touch. I'm going to miss him, but I think he led a great life and he left us all mesmerized. Thank you.
Sunil and they were together as, I think they got just married and they had the first kids and they have reconnected over a period of time.
That's right. I really can't, sorry, my throat is very bad, I was indisposed, but today I'm okay. I really can't comprehend that BN is not with us. Though he was my senior, I always addressed him as BN. And I felt that when he was little uneasy being called BN, I used to say BN sir. Then he said, BN bulaya, BN. That is, Bhaskar Nanda Kumar was not known to me at all. Our association goes with him in 1982. I am from the Education Corps of the Indian Army. We had houses together. Our children grew up together. We found a very strange couple in our neighborhood. Raji, a scholarly mind, doing her PhD, being a hardcore Gorkha soldier. I won't call it infantry because infantry, Gorkha is beyond infantry. This is how I look at Gorkha soldiers, of my association with him. We both had our own agendas. He was senior to me, I was a lieutenant, he was a captain, but a year of service seniority difference. But all the same, we were both on the radar of our commandant, Brigadier Sharma, if I remember correctly. M.M. Sharma, yes. And we were caught somewhere here and there. His own course mates were also posted in the center, but his style was royal, I can tell you. He had a black ambassador. MLS 507. That was, what B.N. Kumar was. And what was the problem? The problem was that there cannot be two staff cars in the center, one belonging to the center commandant and one belonging to B.N. Kumar. So there was always a problem. And every day in the evening we used to deliberate as to how we should overcome all this and all. He was a man with style. And today I don't miss him because he is standing here. A junior BN is with us, and outside the book that is there, I wrote that the way you lived here, you must enliven the environment wherever we feel as Hindus that we go and settle in our final heavenly abode, that you must make that place also livable with your presence, with your Josh. And I think that sums up. And I am still not with myself. My wife also felt the same. And I told my daughter, She was very small. We were both fond of a game called Tir. There is a game called Tir, T-E-E-R, which is a kind of number nikalta. It's a kind of a satta market, satta, but it is legal in Shillong. It is legal game. It's not illegal game. And in the morning he used to come. He says, "Oh, Nonu was my daughter's name. Kuch bolo." Nonu ne 7 bola. 7 number aayega. Like that, I still recall every small thing, every small action that he used to. And next time when we met later in life, I said, "Sir, purse nikalo." I said, "Sir, 8 number aega," because the currency note which was there was reading 8 at the last number. And that was the kind of, we really miss BN and Bhatraji, and beta, we are still with you, we stand with you, the entire family. We are here in Delhi and we'll keep connected. Please keep connected with us. Thank you very much. Om Shanti. Yeah. क्या था? Oh, yes. Yes, there was a small another anecdote. When my daughter was born, the baby cradle came from BN's house to my house. That you got blessed with daughter and you use it. So we used it, and he got posted earlier. I think he went to Bareilly. He went to Muradabad, NCC. And we were posted later. And later when we was posted in Dehradun, he came to know that BN is here. So immediately got connected with him, and this young man was born. So I remember having returned the baby cradle given by him to us for our daughter was returned, and he started growing in that. So that is something, which we really cherish in our mind, and that was very great gesture. Zinda dil madmi. He was full-blooded man, I can tell you. You have to yet to find a person of his stature and his magnanimity, big-hearted, full-blooded man. I can't imagine that he is not there. His photograph is so live, he's coming out of it, he's speaking out of it. The being is there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Come. Let me introduce General Banot. He is our official entertainer and the family for all BN's parties. So I think today again, and he's a younger brother.
Thank you. Namaste. Om Paramatmani Nama. Uma kahat jag sapan samana. Uma, Lord Shiva is telling Uma, Adi Shakti. Uma, मैं कह रहा हूँ जग सपन समाना देखत सुनत हो तू बिनु नाना. You can see everything, it's all happening, but actually it's a dream world. It's not there in reality. Ladies and gentlemen, it was in January 1975 when I joined NDA. That was the first time I met BN Kumar. That association we carried on for more than golden years. Today I think it's the 52nd year running on. So NDA under his aegis, under his umbrella, that was the safe haven for me. And that's one of the places where I had all the encouragement, support in that difficult training periods. And I remember BN Kumar for that. He was a figure of happiness, empathy, kindness, always a willing helping hand, a person who genuinely loved and cared. Meeting him after the army service I finished, it was like a dream. Not only I met him, we gelled so well into the family, such a wonderful family, as good as he is and was. Every time Mrs. BN will get an award, the first phone call message will come to me. Harry, Aja, Raji has got an award. We used to feel so proud of the family, of the lady and the children. Actually, he was a king. Who's a king? King is, it's not with money. King is that person who doesn't want anything from anybody. He is the king. He was a king. King is that who wants to give. He doesn't want anything from anybody. Nanam chindanti shastrani, nanam dahti pavka, na chainam kledyampo, na shushti maruta. Lord Krishna says to Arjun कि आत्मा तो अजर अमर है और इसको अग्नि, शस्त्र, पानी, nothing can be done to Atma, it always stays. We all understand death is the ultimate truth. But oh B.N. Kumar, you left us so suddenly, it was like we were left feeling cheated and deceived. But होए वही जो राम रच राखा, कहीं सुनी गए बहुत विधि सब साता. 2 lines more. कितने दिन गुजरे तेरे साथ, कितने दिन गुजरे तेरे साथ, यह मुझको याद नहीं, याद है बस वो सुनहरे पल जब सच में हम साथ थे कहीं. तेरे वो लम्हे अब दिल का खजाना है, साथ हूं या ना हूं आज हम, यह फासला तो एक बहाना है. We pray to God that take care of him and give him moksha, and wherever he is at peace. Om Paramatmane Namah.
Sir, I know we are running out of time. There is coffee already served. If any one of you wants to say, Pinto, we want to say something. Ravindra sir?
He's a great guy and I joined army because of him. I was in class 12 when I saw him in Dehradun. The first time I saw him, he was in an open jeep going with the RCL. And I said, my God, you can do this in the army. Because of him I joined. He was a great guy and I will always miss him.
विवेक बख्शी है ठीक है चुन लंबा मतलब कौन है
I would request the faithful family to say a few words, please.
Vivek, you will address on their behalf. Come. Congratulations on your promotion, Vivek. Thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please pardon me if my voice becomes heavy and my tears start rolling down. I am Major Vivek Bakshi. I am from his unit, 38GR. And I know him from last 33 years. When I joined the unit as lieutenant in Pathankot, he joined the unit after finishing his Delhi tenure. So I stand here to pay homage to Colonel B.N. Kumar, departed soul, on behalf of 38GR, where in crowd we have his CEO sitting here, Colonel Tyagi. We have his peers sitting here. We have his first company, 2IC, sitting here. And I am standing in front of you, who joined the unit as lieutenant. I saw him. Yes. Company commander is also here. And we have colonels of the regiments also here present to pay their homage to Colonel B.N. Kumar. So from Pathankot, we were sent to Lower Krishna Ghati to do our tenure. And I, along with him, moved in advance party. And 3 months we were there waiting for main body to come, and handing taking over was on. And the bond which we developed in those 3 months was such that it carried on. And he was my selfless well-wisher. And I must say कि उनकी जुबान पर सरस्वती थी. Whatever he used to predict for person whom he loved, it used to become true. And so many things he predicted about my own professional growth and career, which I saw happening. And I was used to be amazed that sometimes he used to say some things which were beyond our comprehension, but they all used to happen. Because he was so true from his heart. His compassion, his regimentation, his love for troops, especially Gurkhas, was beyond compare. It was something to be emulated upon. Generally in Gurkhas, you have many Prem Bahadurs and many Dhan Bahadurs, and you call them by last two numbers. He was Alpha Company Commander in Dehradun, and he used to he used to remember the numbers of each and every Jawan of his company. That was his involvement with his men. So his charismatic leadership, his gravitas, his enthusiasm has inspired us all, and he will continue to inspire the future generation of this army also from the heaven. And I can only say that I know why God has snatched him from us, because we see what is happening in the world, and probably God's morale is also low. And he wants somebody like B.N. Kumar who can come and bring enthusiasm in heaven. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, anyone else? Ravindra sir, you want to say something? Because you keep telling me on the phone, so I said, रजनीश जी आप ऊपर आ जाइए, आप वेट कर रहे हैं काफ़ी देर से, है ना? प्रेमा, why don't you come? Come.
I think so much has been said about him. I have nothing much to say, and everything else I say will be a repetition of that. You will be surprised, I was one of the early morning, good morning friend, and I have come to know his name today. I didn't know his name was what his name is, and I knew him with a name called Velichan, and in bracket, Big Boss. I don't know. This was saved by my daughter-in-law in my phone, and that's the name I knew him for. He was such a charmer. एक कमरे की रौनक, एक जगह की रौनक, उसका नाम कर्नल मैनन था. And I think life is so very unpredictable, and life is also so short that we should remember. And he had so many good memories. He created so many good memories, and I think all of us should remember, whenever we remember him, a good memory which he has left with us. I pray for the departed soul, and I also pray to give strength to Raji and family that they are able to bear this irreparable loss. God bless everyone, and I personally feel that I still don't believe that he is no more with us. He's still with us, and he will remain with us with his good memories. Thank you very much.
Where is Rajneesh? Rajneesh is his morning walk partner.
Thanks to all. Myself, Rajneesh Kumar, as an engineer from Information and Broadcasting. Basically, whatever he has told, we are the garden friends from last 3 to 4 years. अफसोस इस बात का है कि गार्डन फ्रेंड्स होने के बाद भी हम लोग वी वर लाइक ए ब्रदर्स. और नॉर्मली क्या पहले फ्रेंडशिप मेरी और उनकी और एक हमारे ACP थे, ही आल्सो डाइड फ्यू डेज बैक ड्यू टू सम हार्ट प्रॉब्लम. और अक्सर हम लोग क्या करते थे, इन द मॉर्निंग वी स्टे देयर और नेवर सिट ऑन द टेबल. He always move, I also move, they all also move. But whenever we have to sit, we go into a coffee house, and you have seen that we are 3 friends sitting in a coffee house and taking the coffee. Similarly, we have done so many parties, But I wanted to say one thing, कि whatever has happened, that is an accident. But we should learn from them, learn something that we are doing the jobs without security. Whatever the accident happened due to the failure of security, not due to the any problem with Mr. Colonel or any other circumstances. So I advise all of you, kindly take security first, then take action. I pay tribute to him as a great man, great brother, and great friend. Thanks all.
रवि भाई साहब, आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे? भाभी ये चाहती थी कि ये प्रेयर असेंबली, हमने सारी सेरेमनी 16 तारीख की, आज 18वां दिन है, तो चाह रही थी कि सारी सेरेमनी हो जाएं और आप सब लोग भाई के बारे में बात करें, है ना? तो वो हम, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम टू टॉक.
Namaskar. My association with the entire family, it dates back to around 66, 67. I was joining army, and Nand was also, soon he also joined NDA. Our fathers were together in army headquarters, civil officers. Although I was doing BCom honors, but something came to my mind, I must join army, and I joined. Soon, in 73, I, as a second lieutenant, we went to Ahmednagar for a trip. So from there, I peeled off just to look up Nand in NDA. I had a few hours there, and it was such a joyous day that day. Subsequently, we kept meeting after every 10 years, 15 years, here and there. He came to our house once in Bikaner during Op Trident. Then they all visited my mother a few years ago. The bonding which I had with him was something I can never forget. His everyday morning message will come to me, good morning, best wishes, something. And I would spontaneously reply. All I can say is that wherever he is, may God rest him in peace. Thank you.
Should I get the mic there? He is the eldest brother of ours. Thank you, Vijay.
Om Namah Shivaya. As he said, I am his elder cousin, but he was like a friend and a younger brother to me. I knew him from 1958. 1958 to 1964, he and his father used to come daily to our house without fail. So I remember any very funny thing about him. As a young kid, when he comes to our house, in one stretch, he will eat 12 bananas. The other thing is, I don't know much about his army life, but about his private life, I claim to know more than anybody present here today. After he retired from the army, he used to meet me almost daily. And we used to go around Delhi. And nobody knew about it, only two of us. And when he was posted in the president's house, he used to invite me daily and entertain me. So that's all I'll say. My respects to the departed soul. He was a wonderful boy.
I am Rajesh. I am serving in the Navy. I was fortunate to get introduced to Colonel B.N. Kumar, whom I affectionately called Chetan, in a different manner. His late father, Shri Bhaskar Menon was a close friend of my father-in-law. And through that, I got introduced, or I was fortunate to get introduced to him and his wonderful family in 2009 when I was first posted in Delhi. And from there on, we were very close. He was more of a friend, a philosopher and guide to me, though he always used to come to my level, though he was in the Fauji uniform even before I was in school uniform. The age difference was so much, but when we used to interact, he was more of a friend to me. We had fortunate to interact at various places when I was posted in Cochin. Whenever he visited Kerala, he always ensured that he and Chechi used to visit me at Cochin and visit our family. A lot of good memories about him, and even when the message came with his photograph, I presumed that it was his memoirs about his father. I couldn't believe that it was from his son that he is no more. Because I kept messaging him every day in the normal manner that good morning, Cheta. Or I used to wish him Suprabhadam Cheta. And later on, when the news about this prayer meeting came, only then I realized, and I had to call and apologize to Rahul that, sorry, I didn't know this because I presumed, because it's a thing which I couldn't digest that he is no more. My only regret is that though I was posted in Delhi since 2005 May, and he often used to call me to his home. Due to my official engagements and busy schedule here, I could never visit him, though we were so close. That is still my regret. What I would pray is that may Paramatma bless his Atma to merge with, may Parameshwar bless his Atma to merge with Paramatma and attain moksha.
We have a couple of more people who want to speak about Velichin, which is my Tauji. And we'd love to hear from them. But if any one of you want to grab a coffee or anything like that, please feel free. It's just on the ground floor, and we'll join you in another 10 minutes or something. Sunita Chechi, you'd like to speak something? Okay.
Hari Om. I am Sunita, and I am a niece of Colonel B.N. Kumar. So much has already been told about him by so many people. However, his persona was such that an age would be insufficient to describe him and to share the moments we all have shared with him. The moments of joy, tears, and the learnings he has taught us, everybody. To me, he was more than an uncle. He was my mentor. He was a wall who would always stand besides me, and always my go-to person whenever I wish to speak my heart out. I would like to share a small anecdote which has been a learning in my life, and the credit goes to Nandetan, as I usually used to call him. This was a time when I wanted to go for my first job interview. At that time, as children, our grooming was not like the kids who are right now, and those kids grooming with so much of confidence. We did not have so much of confidence to face a job interview. I was not at all confident, and I did not know how to go about to face the interview. I sought help from Nandetan. He boosted my confidence, and not only with the probable questions the interviewer would ask, had I gone to anybody else, they would have just helped me with that question-answer session only. What he did was something very different. He demonstrated how to enter the room, how to sit, how to greet the interviewer, how to answer questions, whether you know the answer, you don't know the answer, how to interact. As the interview was the next day, and I was not so efficient to imbibe what all he taught to me, his charisma, in a single day, I didn't get through that particular interview. But I followed this mantra, and believe me, in all subsequent interviews, I could get through. I will always cherish his words of encouragement, his warmth. He was a person who was full of life. Nandita, you will always remain in our hearts. May your noble soul attain the liberation at his lotus feet. Thank you. Sorry for the tears rolling down.
If there's anyone else who'd like to speak, we'd be grateful. Thank you, sir.
Respected ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking on behalf of the Nagun Battalion, the battalion that he had commanded. I was the 2IC of the battalion when he came in for a command. And I can say one thing, such a clean and clear-hearted man who was like a live wire when he entered the battalion. He made us feel full of energy and strength. He was a man who had a wisdom, who had a vision, who could tell us what is to be done and how to guide the battalion through difficult times in various exercises that we went through. As a 2IC, you can understand the CO and the 2IC never get along too well together, but we had a very strong bond. And we did surmount a number of problems that arose as friends together. It was a great shock to all of us when we heard the news. On behalf of 6-8, on behalf of 8 Gurkha Rifles, I bow my head in remembrance of Colonel B.N. Kumar. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Namaskar. I am Mohammad Khalid. I am a former Under Secretary from Rashtrapati Bhavan. I remember Colonel B.N. Kumar very lovingly, and he was a good friend to us. And I would like to just mention one thing that about 8 to 10 years ago, he called me for a lunch when he was in Reliance. So I had a lunch in Embassy Restaurant in Connaught Place. That memory, I have attended many lunches and dinners and all over the world, but I still remember that lunch. He was so lovingly invited me there and always called me as brother. Brother, come, we will have. Brother, come, we will have. Like this. And regularly he was sending me all good morning message and good wishes message. I never thought that it will happen to him. Still, if you see his photograph here, it's very lively. It doesn't seem that he has left this world. So my condolences to the family, Mr. Rajay and his family, and especially his brother Pradeep Menon, who used to in my contact since he was in Dubai, and maybe he's here. So my condolences to you and all the family and friends. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much.
I am Nirmala Gopi. I am a batchmate of Raji, but I would love to say that Nandan never made us feel that we weren't from his group. He was very warm, very welcoming, and all I want to say is we are all going to miss him very much, and he's left a big hole in our hearts. Nandan, we'll miss you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Your presence, your patience, your love means the world to us, and it's going to help the family recover. Somebody wants to speak? Somebody wants to speak?
I want to speak.
Okay, so my brother just wants to say a couple of lines.
Anyone who misses his voice and his way of speaking, if you ever really want to hear him speak and listen to him, what I do personally and I've been doing for the last 10 days or so, is you can look up some videos of his on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has a lot of Shaheed Gurkha Samiti speeches that he's given, a lot of good interviews that he's given.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
Thank you.
Share some anecdotes from your time when you were a child.
Thank you so much, everyone. We're serving just some little idli and coffee on the ground floor because we want to sit over chai and talk more about him. So please, please join us for tea and coffee. Thank you. Yeah.
And I wanted to say this, but yeah, it comes from the army. So Jai Gorakh and Jai Hind. Thank you.